Excuse me, I got a cough. All right, we got the coolest police officer ever. Thank you very much to the police officer for letting me come up. He recognized me. Let me get my camera straight here. We are on the bridge. Whew! We got a car on the wrong side of the road. We are on Edinger. I don't know if we got a jumper here. This is OC Street Live in the city of Huntington Beach, I believe. We got a car on the wrong side of the road. Whew. Sorry guys, I'm out of breath. I don't know if we got a fire department's laying back. See if we have a jump. Yeah, we got a jumper here. We got someone that wants to jump off the bridge of the car on the wrong. Oh, that's actually a police car on the. You know what sucks? One police officer let me up. He recognized me. That was OC Street Live. So this cop told me to go all the way down the hill. All right, we have someone that wants to jump off the bridge here off of Edinger. We're east of Beach Boulevard. The guy's on the other side of the fence. Freeway traffic is all shut down. Fire department's over here. Fire department's on the freeway as well with the battalion chief.
Yes, sir, I'm gonna go to the black fence right here, and then you'll be good right there, okay?
Okay.
Just to the end of the black fence.
Okay.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Fire department's coming down. I can film from right here. Here's the fire department. Streets all shut down here in Huntington Beach, I believe. I don't. On my phone, my other phone's in the car. We won't be able to get a picture of the potential jumper. But thanks for the police officer. We could back down here, but we can't catch nothing. I don't know if I could get into the apartment complex right here. I don't know if I could. I drove in there, but because I didn't know where I was going, I just saw all the police cars coming down Beach Boulevard. I didn't see where they went, and then someone posted something on San Angelo, which is the apartment communities over here. But then I go, I better check Edinger. Maybe they're on Edinger. Here's an ambulance right here. Anaheim's here. The 405 freeway southbound. Yeah, it sucks we won't be able to film it, but we got to respect the police officers. They're going to tape it off on the other side as well. Was a male adult, I believe. Other than that, I don't know, that wants potential jump off the bridge. I don't know if the fire department, these fire departments have any, I don't know what you call it, like padding. Or if the guy wants to jump off the bridge, or maybe he can land on, I don't know what you call those. You guys know the name? Again, we're off of Edinger on the overpass freeway going over the 405 south and north. All, I believe the whole freeway shut down. They've shut down freeway going both ways. Motorcycles are turning around. Motorcycles are turning around. I don't know what that white vehicle is there. Yeah, as soon as I got up there, the officer told me to turn around. Again, one officer noticed me. He said I could come up here, and thanks to that officer, he told me to go ahead and park, but I can't go all the way up. We saw the individual. I don't know if we got him on camera or not. Everyone has to hop on the free. Oh, this is a bummer. So everyone turning here has to hop on the freeway. And the freeway shut down, but maybe they're able to get past. They're able to get past where this person wants to jump. The freeway maybe be moving smoothly right after the bridge here. Yeah, I don't know what that white vehicle. I was at Beach and Ellis, I believe. And two cop cars came down Main Street to Ellis. I believe we got another fire engine showing up. Fire engine's trying to get through. Let me get down there. There's a fire engine right here. So you got one on top of the bridge and a couple on the bottom. Another battalion chief. See right here in the back, look at the back of the truck, if you could see. Right there, see that? I believe that they can blow up. And if the person wants to jump, and hopefully they land on that. I don't know the name of it, sorry. Again, we're on the Edinger overpass. And one male individual, I didn't get a good look at like what age they're around. Yeah, I tried to look on, it must have came across as a medical emergency. I was looking on the phone to see if there was because I was trying to figure out where the police were going. All right, I'm gonna shut up for a couple minutes and film. I guess if I was hungry, I can get some soup. Right in this complex, there's some pho soup. I don't know if I can walk across the street here. I don't want to get kicked out of here. They said I can be on this side of the tape if I can walk across the street, but they probably don't want the camera showing the guy on the bridge, I believe. Fire department was pretty close, and the police department, or maybe not fire department, but police department are pretty close to the guy. He's on the other side of the black fencing here on the overpass, for the 405. Oh yeah, they're setting up a tent now too. They got a tent set up over here. If you haven't followed OC Street Live, I'm a live amateur streamer for YouTube. I film police activities, first responder calls, in Huntington Beach and surrounding cities. I'm just an amateur on my cell phone filming. I make no money on this. We're not monetized, so I make no money. I'm just keeping the public aware of what's going on in the city. Those that are curious what's going on over here, we do have at least one helicopter above us. I'm a full-time DoorDash delivery driver, so I come across these scenes. I happened to be at Beach and Ellis when police cars came past me with their lights on, but I did not know where they went, so I drove in the Walmart parking lot off Talbert, drove through the hospital, and then I saw the alert on Citizen app. It was just saying a lot of traffic, then an incident, but was saying the address in the apartments over here. Again, I don't know if I can go over there in the apartment somehow, get a view, hop on the wall and get a view. I don't know. I did drive into those apartments, but I didn't know what was going on. I didn't see no police, and I figured I'd come down to Edinger. Hopefully this will end successfully, not tie traffic up too much. Again, here's the freeway, both north and southbound lanes. Cars are turning around on the freeway. Got one individual walking on the freeway, but cars are turning around. Let me see if there's a picture going the opposite way. You got people sitting on the wall over here. I don't know what led up to this incident here. Don't know what led up to it. If he was being chased by the police or not, or if he just happened to hop on the other side of the fencing here. It is very warm out. Hopefully they're able to talk this guy down. And if you haven't followed me before, I have trouble seeing during the daylight, so it's hard to read comments. I see that Rig Reynolds tuned in. Thanks for tuning in, Rig Reynolds. We are on the 405 overpass at Edinger, east of Beach Boulevard. Willie, someone's trying to call me. One individual is on the other side of the black fencing here. Police are pretty close to him, but not much they can do. The fencing is pretty high, so there's not much not like they can grab him. So hopefully they set up a thing on the bottom of the freeway. If he does decide to jump, he lands on I don't even know what you call it. Maybe someone already set it in here, but hopefully they get it set up. They are letting people on the freeway. Willie, I can't answer. Freeway. Friend was trying to call, and maybe he was in the area. He tells me about when he sees police activity, he'll give me a call. I believe my other phone's in my car. I'm gonna clean the screen real quick, see if it's not so foggy. Police officers right here on the freeway, trying to get people to turn around. Or appears to be a CHP officer. They got a lot of cars that turn around already. There's a big rig on here. I don't think he's turning around. That little tent they set up down there, the guy's kind of right to the right of that. It's hard to see, but there's an officer between the white van and a police vehicle. The guy's more to the right of that on the other side of the black fencing. I didn't see no cars, so I don't know if he just got on the other side of the freeway here and threatened to jump, or if they chased him to this area. Currently no helicopters are circling. I believe Huntington Beach helicopter was circling, but they've left. Again, I don't know if I can walk on this side of the street over here. I don't want to get kicked out. We might be able to get a better view if I walked over there, but I'll probably wait to see if any other cameramen show up. If they go on that side, then I'll go on that side, but I don't want to get kicked out of the area. Officer was nice enough to let me come up this far. It's a little bit windy up here. I am on a stabilizer, but I can tell the camera's shaking. But I am on a stabilizer. To reset myself again, this is OC Street Live. We're on the overpass of Edinger. I'm sorry, I'll start over. We're on the overpass of the 405 freeway. There's an individual on the other side of the black fence and to my right. And I believe he's threatening to jump. He's on the other side of the fencing. There is police talking to him. When I got up there, the police were talking to him, but they immediately told me to back off and go back downhill. But we're a little bit east of the Beach Boulevard. You got a few police cars down here, or one left. It looks like one police car left. Let me get a picture of it. There we go. Again, a CHP officer is directing traffic. They are turning around. Ooh, can you open the side of your doors? Roach Coach is on the freeway, the Roach Coach. I'll take a burrito, chimichanga. I'll have a chimichanga. Hey, chimichanga! I painted cars for many years, so I always ate off the catering truck when it came for breakfast and lunch. I was gonna go across the street and then a CHP officer showed up. As at least on this side of the freeway, I'm the only person filming so far. I don't know if anyone's on the other side of the overpass here, the 405 overpass. I know we got Huntington Beach Fire Department on the bridge here. Underneath, I saw one was Anaheim. I don't know if Anaheim Battalion Chief maybe. I believe there's a couple battalion chiefs down there. And a couple fire engines. Looks like they had the equipment and they're going to set up something on the freeway in case he jumps. He'll land on some type of padding. They blow it up. You guys, I don't know what you call it. You guys probably already said it here. I'm clueless with what the name is. Sorry, I'm looking around and see if I can get across the street here. I believe that's all I can zoom in. I'm trying to zoom in more, but it won't let me zoom in anymore. Sorry, I got the sniffles. Again, these outside lanes have been unable to turn. So you got people sitting on the middle divider there, or turn around, I mean. There's one guy outside of the car. He's taking some pictures right there. He's filming. Maybe he's on the Citizen app. We do have an emergency ambulance vehicle pulling up. I wasn't sure if I can't remember if there was an ambulance on the freeway. Looks like they had 3 paramedics in this vehicle. All right, this is OC Street Live. I believe we are in Huntington Beach. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if we're, I apologize if we're not in Huntington Beach, but we are on the Huntington Beach. Appears to be in control of this situation, or responding to this situation, where we have an individual on the 405. We're off of Edinger, east of Beach Boulevard, in between Newland and Beach Boulevard. We have an individual on the other side of the black fencing. I did film like 1 second of him. I didn't catch what age group he is in, but officers asked me to go back downhill, and I was able to come to this particular area. We're kind of still on top of the hill, but we aren't able to see the individual. When I got there, they were talking to him. But I believe a couple battalion chiefs are on the bottom of the freeway, along with a couple fire engines. I did see Anaheim. I didn't catch the other. So this guy's going to walk down to probably a particular area. Man, that's some heavy equipment there. So that paramedic vehicle, he dropped him off. He dropped that individual off. And it's getting pretty windy up here. You gonna turn around, or you gonna turn around? I like when people don't understand that, like the officer, he's like not yelling at him, but he's like, the guy didn't listen to the police officer. He wanted him to turn a certain way, and he turned the wrong way. Yeah, there's a CHP officer. Again, the very outside lane's not moving. I don't know why they don't let them come down here and make a U-turn. Everyone's just, people are outside of their vehicle, but that in the OVH lane or fast lane. Oh, I know why they can't turn around. That's why, but because you got all those poles there. I'm like, why doesn't any cars turn around? You can squeeze through, I think. Thanks for tuning turning into OC Street Live. We are in Huntington Beach, off the overpass of the 405 at Edinger and Beach Boulevard, where we have an individual on the other side of the wall here, on the wall in the black fencing, that appears that possibly wants to jump or just trying to get attention. Officers were talking to him when I got here. Just in front of that white vehicle to the right is where the individual is. I don't know if I can I kind of want to cross the street right here, but then I don't want to get kicked out of here also. The first officer down the hill here, I don't know if he's still here. He let me come up here and film, but I can't go all the way up to the whole scene. Again, I'm just an amateur, that's why I'm not getting the greatest picture, and my apologies. Yeah, some cars are able to squeeze through here now. Man, never mind, I'll keep my mouth shut. They are letting people go southbound on the 405 here, or get on the southbound lane. Southbound freeway, 405. All right, I'll be quiet for a little bit so I can focus on, I don't want to miss nothing up here in case they're able to get the guy on the other side of the black fencing here and get him into custody or get him some help. I believe the fire department might be doing some. To me, sounds like they're cutting. That would, they almost sounds like the air compressor went on and like there's some cutting being done. One fireman did put his helmet on and he went back towards where the individual is. Again, they got north and southbound lanes all closed down on the 405 freeway. CHP is having cars turn around. I don't know if I have to come back down. Oh, there's an individual on his bike right here. I don't know where that dude came from. Hey, I was wondering if this guy was going to make it around. He made it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get on the other side of the street since... What is this guy doing? Oh, can you walk into the bridge? Looks like a walkway, and he's going down the bridge. Going down the walkway. Yeah, I don't think the officer is going to let me on the other side of the street. He made sure this guy turned around and... All right, let's get back on over here. Again, this is OC Street Live. We're on the 405 overpass on Edinger, in between Beach Boulevard and Newland. One individual on the right-hand side here is on the other side of the wall here, the black fencing. You got one fire engine on top here. I believe there's a couple below him. They do have equipment in case he does want to jump, and I think he'll land on some padding unless he runs all the way, tries to come all the way down here. Let me see how thick the cement is. Holy cow. I don't know how he's hanging on there. Yeah, I don't know how he's really hanging on there. It doesn't seem like there's much room on the other side of the fencing. Like, his toes are just... Maybe his toes are just on the cement there, but other than that, he don't got his whole, doesn't appear to have his whole feet on the cement. There's like no room there. We do got another CHP officer on the freeway. A motorcycle officer just showed up. Hopefully I didn't miss anything here. I'll try to keep... I believe I can't zoom in anymore. I'm trying to... No more zoom. No zoom. Eee. I don't know how shaky the video is. If any news networks are watching me, you're welcome to use the video. Why don't you just send me a cup of coffee? You know what I mean? Actually, I don't drink coffee, but if you want to use my video, you're welcome to use it. Or any streamers out there, you're welcome to use it. I don't get paid on this. I'm not monetized. I am monetized, but not for this video. I don't monetize until the video's over. Let's try to get another picture of the freeway. I don't want to miss anything here. So there's the southbound lanes. As I said, they are turning vehicles around, but you do have a couple of vehicles just sitting here. Officers talking to them now. I do hear sirens. I don't know if there's any more emergency vehicles coming. So, looks like they're going to open the right lane. They're opening the right lane of traffic. Right lane of traffic is being opened. He told the cars go to the right lane. So that's good. So I don't know if they're going to get the other side of the freeway, maybe a lane open, I'm not sure. Maybe this individual, they got him in an area where he's not going to jump on any cars, jump on a car at all. He might be more on the northbound side of the freeway. So they're able to open a right lane on the southbound side. Again, I apologize if I'm sunblind. That's why I'm not reading comments. I can't see it. Appreciate you turning in, Terry Donahue. Always appreciate it. Rick Reynolds, I appreciate it. That vehicle all the way to the left, or to the left of the tent, is a police officer. It was turned the other way. It does have lights on it. I see the back lights, but it does have like some lights inside the car. Again, I don't know if this individual was being chased by the police or it just happened to come to the freeway. Don't know what role this white vehicle plays. All right, this OC Street Live. We're in the city of Huntington Beach, I believe. I know we're real close to Westminster. I'm not sure how the boundaries go here, but we are on the 405 overpass, Edinger Avenue, in between Beach and Newland Avenue. There's one individual on the other side of the black fencing here. And when I got here, I was only able to catch 1 second of them. Male individual, not sure of the age. I didn't catch ethnicity, but he's on the other side of the black fencing here. Police were talking to him. I don't know as I said, I don't know what happened to get him on the other side of the freeway. I have no idea if police were chasing him. I first kind of got notice of something going on when police were coming down Main Street. It turned into Ellis, and they got on Beach Boulevard, but I didn't see they were going. They were stuck in traffic, so I was kind of paying attention to Pulse Point. But I drove through Walmart. I drove through the Huntington Beach Hospital just to see if that's where police went. Excuse me. But then at some point, someone posted on the Citizen app they were stuck in traffic, and they gave an address off San Angelo, numerous apartments over here. So I drove to the apartments, did not see any police there, so I decided to come to Edinger. And as soon as I turned on Edinger, I saw a couple police vehicles. One officer let me park. Thank you to that officer, because they know who I am. He mentioned my name, my OC Street Live. He let me park. He said I could come up the hill, but just how far I could go. The officer up here told me to turn around and go back downhill. But another officer that just put up tape here, he said just stay behind the tape. I'm not getting on the right-hand side of the road over here, because I'm afraid they might kick me out of here. So there's Beach Boulevard down there. But they did have a truck on the freeway. They appear to have, they were going to put something on the pavement in case he did jump. And if he did decide to jump, he was going to land on some padding down there. Again, someone probably said the name of it. I just can't read the comments. But within the last 5 minutes, they got both sides of the freeway. Southbound, just the right lane. The right lane is now open on southbound, just the right lane only, that lane there. Northbound freeway, looks like their right lane on the northbound side is open. But as you can see here, look at that. That is the southbound side. I want to say I was watching a Bakersfield one. It went on for like 8 hours. Someone sitting on the other side of the bridge, and don't recall if they ever jumped or not. It was a couple years ago, but they were out there for a long time. Again, I don't know if there's any photographers on the other side of the bridge here or not. I don't know if anyone's on the Citizen app posting on the other side, but no photographers on my side. But maybe there's one on the other side up by Newland. Fortunately, my other phone's in my car. I couldn't find it at the moment, and I wanted to get out here real quick and start filming. Yeah, it's hard to get a good picture. I do see one police officer in between the white van and their police cruiser, like in front of it, but I can't see what he's doing. Or she. Sorry, I don't know if it's here. I can't even see from here. I just see their legs, but they're like right next. I could see like several legs. Not sure how much charge I got left on this phone, but I believe I have the charger in my car. I just have to turn around, and if it starts to go dead, the phone. That's the best I can do for zooming, I believe. It's not, nothing wants, that's the best I can do for zooming in. Yeah, I can't even see the individual at all. Hopefully they bring him down safely. Maybe he'll get into this police vehicle on the left. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised no news helicopters are flying over, or at least in the area. Huntington Beach helicopter left, but there's no news helicopters out here. Again, they did open up on the 405 north and southbound lanes. The right-hand lane is open. They did have it shut down for a good amount of time, but they're able to open the right-hand lane on each side of the freeway. we going? He's on the other. He was on the other side. Yeah, he's on the other. He was on the other side of the fencing. I was able to get all the way up there, film only like 1 second, but he was on the other. I think it was a white dude. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they put. I think he probably is. I don't. I think if I walked across it, I don't know if I could get a better view over there, but I think the police will tell me not to go. But I think they put something on the ground in case he jumps, he'll land on it. I don't know what you call that. Sorry, I heard some sirens behind me, so I was trying to look, see what it was. Again, this is OC Street Live in Huntington Beach. We're on the overpass of the 405 where we have an individual on the overpass here. He's on the other side of the black fencing. They did have both sides of the 405 north and southbound lane shut down for a while. Now they got just a right-hand lane on each side, the north and southbound. We're in between Newland and Beach Boulevard off Edinger. Unknown if they chased the individual here or if he just climbed on the other side of the fencing here and then maybe threatened to jump. That's been going on for well over an hour, I believe. It's getting very windy up here. I can't tell if I see the individual or not because I thought he was wearing like a reddish shirt. I'm trying to look at the fencing. I can see something like on the fencing. I can't tell what it is. I thought he maybe had like an orange or reddish shirt. But I can see something on the fencing. Unfortunately, oh, not in the right area. I can't zoom in anymore. not sure why I can't zoom in. I should be able to zoom in a little bit more. To me, it appears that like he's moving around. I could be wrong. That it looks like he is like moving his. It appears to be moving his arm around. Earlier, it sounded like they were cutting the fence, so maybe they put a hole in the fence. He walked up to the hole. Maybe it appeared the fire department was cutting. The wind's getting pretty bad up here. Sorry, looking at one individual walked to the he walked to the other side, and the police officer came up the hill to tell him to come back downhill. That's why I haven't walked to the other side. I figured they'd tell me to come back down. Again, this is OC Street Live in Huntington Beach. We're on the overpass of the 405 freeway, where we have one individual on the other side of the black fencing here. He's been going on well over an hour. Police have been talking to him the whole time. Not sure what led up to the situation, but we are on Edinger Avenue in between Beach Boulevard and Newland. They did have the entire freeway shut down, and within the last 20-30 minutes they did open the right-hand lanes on the south and northbound lanes, but not sure if they cut a hole in the fence. It appeared it sounded like the fire department maybe was cutting part of the fence, and it seems like the individual's able to, I see him like reaching through, or so I'm thinking they did put a hole in the fence. At the moment, I'm not seeing him. He was moving a lot, but at the moment, I'm not seeing the individual. But we got Huntington Beach Fire Department on top of the overpass here, and there's a couple fire engines below on the freeway. I believe I see the individual now. To me, they probably did cut a hole in the fence. Maybe you guys got able to zoom in. This is all I can zoom in. But yeah, he's reaching. They put a hole in the fence. Definitely put a hole in the fence. Let's see if he gets up here real soon. Very windy up here, so like this, the caution tape keeps going up and down, so it's hard to get a good picture. Not sure if we have a family member. He was on my side of the street, but he's next to a police officer, and then there's two other officers. I'm not sure what type of officer. They're plainclothes officers. I can see a badge and a weapon on one officer. I thought the individual was next to me. Maybe he knows that person on the bridge. These two officers are talking to, it's a young male they're talking to. Maybe he knows who's on the bridge. Oh, I looked away. Okay. And just making sure you didn't come through the fence. I can see the individual. I'm looking at traffic. Yeah, I kind of want to. matter of just getting past this bridge, and then traffic will pick right up. Yeah, right now I can see the individual a little bit. Again, I believe they have something on the bottom of the freeway. If he was able to jump or fall, he's going to land on something soft. He does stick out. I mean, right now he's not sticking through, but sometimes he is sticking through pretty good. But maybe if you try to grab him, you're risking him falling, but I believe they do have something at the bottom of the freeway. I see right there, you see his arm waving maybe. Maybe not, because I'm looking to the left. Again, I believe there might be a family member here, and a couple plainclothes officers are talking to him now. He was on my side of the street. Then I don't know if he went and got a police officer. I didn't see what he was doing. I smell food. I'm hungry. Does Beach Girls have food? Nah, I'm just joking. Just a stone throw away from there. Again, if the phone starts going black, I'll run back to my car. I believe I have a charger in there. I could always get on my other phone also. The other phone's in the car also. Not sure. We do got a news helicopter just came above. Sure took a long time to get here. At the moment, it has a name on it. I don't want to guess. I can't. I'm blind. Sorry, guys. Again, I'm the only one filming on the Beach Boulevard side. Maybe someone towards Newland is filming. But I don't know. I don't have my other phone. I can't check the Citizen app. Usually OC Unleashed is out in Huntington Beach a lot. So I don't know if he's out here. Sometimes LHRM.images. But OC Unleashed is out here a lot, but he's on the Citizen app. Again, I don't know what led up to the guy get on the other side of the freeway. I don't know if they're chasing him or not. But I saw at least 4 police cars coming this way. When it all started, 4 police cars were coming down Beach Boulevard. And those look like 5 or 6 up on the hill here. Sorry for the shakiness. I am on a stabilizer, but it's real windy up here. Doing the best I can. Plus my hands going numb, my feet are going numb. Yeah. Again, originally the whole entire freeway was shut, 405 was shut down, but they do have the right-hand lanes open on the slow lane, going very slow on both sides of the north and south side. I'm going to try just stick to this picture. I believe this individual will give up shortly here. I want to say his brother's here, but I maybe misheard. But I believe a family member is here. Officers were talking to him. They're still talking to him. Again, one fire engine on top. I believe there's a couple on the freeway. Not sure if there's any fire engines on more towards Newland or not. I'm unable to go to the right side of the street. There is a police officer there. Every time someone's gone there, they ask them to go back down the hill. So I'm just filming from the only area where I can film from. Yeah, sorry, I can't get a better picture, and this all I can't zoom in anymore. To me, it appears the guy's sitting right at, they put a hole in the fence and he's sitting right there. I believe it was a family member. He's walking back down the hill now. Back towards Beach Boulevard. Can't tell what, like, it looks like where the individual is. There's something like against the wall, but I can't tell what it is. I'm having a hard time seeing, even though it's not too far from me. I don't know if it's blue in color, but I can't tell what it is. Now I'm looking around, see if I can see, if I can see the helicopter or not. I'm not hearing it, maybe it just left. It might still be behind me. They're just like, I believe I hear it behind me, like towards Beach Boulevard. I'm trying to look up in the air. I guess I had a full charge on my phone. Not sure what the percentage is at the moment. Or is this Fountain Valley and I've been saying Huntington Beach the whole time? I don't have my other phone on me. I believe Huntington Beach is in control of this scene. But my other phone's in my car, so I'm able to check what city we're at. Because we're like right on the border of like cities here. Westminster was right in the area, Huntington Beach and Fountain Valley. So I apologize if I called it the wrong city. Oh, C Street Live. I thought you said it was going to end soon. 2 hours later. Yeah. The tape got caught under his truck. Officer's trying to leave. I got a broken shoulder, so it's kind of hard to hold. It's gonna rip off the top.
Thank you.
All right. And one of the officers is leaving. The tape was like catching on the top. I mean, I got a broken shoulder, and it's like he's out of here. You couldn't see him, sorry, but he's out of here. Hope I didn't miss nothing here. He's still there, I believe. Yeah, he's still there. Oh, look how close he is. Well, yeah, it's like I almost can grab him. Yeah, I did go out for July 4th, but those that are in Huntington Beach, I was unable to reach the accident off PCH and 13th around like 9:20 p.m. Then there was like 3 tree fires. Time I got there, they were out, so I didn't bother filming them. But it was pretty crazy with the fireworks on July 4th, I tell you that. Newport was just impossible to get to. I didn't bother going. It was going to be impossible to get there. Not impossible. I would have just had to walk a mile. There's no parking. I don't even know how you had all those people down there. There's no parking in Newport. Yeah, I thought we were in Huntington Beach, but as I said, my other phone's in my car, so I'm able to verify it. We are on the overpass of the 405, in between, off Edinger, as someone just mentioned, in between Edinger and Newland. They did have both sides of the freeway shut down. Now they have the slow lanes open on each side of the freeway, the right-hand slow lane. I haven't seen this white vehicle before, some type of police vehicle, but I don't believe I've ever seen it. Maybe they're like a crisis team with the police department. We're able to like film like 1 second. When we got here, we were able to film like 1 second of the individual, but then the police officer told me go back down the hill. And then another police officer said just stay behind the tape where I'm at. I thought I filmed a fatality accident here at Newland and Edinger, and yeah, at Huntington Beach and Westminster, no Fountain Valley. I believe it was a fatality. They took the person to the hospital, but ended up being a fatality. But it was Edinger and Newland, and I believe it was Westminster and Huntington Beach. I forgot who controlled the scene when I was here. It was a year ago, so I don't remember. I'm sunblind right now, but I do see the individual. I can't see him through the camera lens, but when I'm not looking at the camera lens, I can see him, but not through the camera lens. Thanks for those that are giving updates. I heard someone said the KAT team, CAT team. Again, I don't know what led up to this situation, why the person's on the other side of the fencing on the freeway here. I have no idea, so I can't comment why he got on the other side of the fencing. But fire department appeared to put a hole in the fence, and the guy's been there for a while, kind of sticking in and out. Didn't pick up the ethnicity, their race or whatever. I'm not sure what type, if it's a white person or not. I did see the person, but it was like a quick second. When I pulled up here, the only way was to get on the freeway, but then the officer noticed me, and he told me go ahead and pull in the parking lot, and then he said I could come up here. Thanks to that officer, appreciate it. I try to stay out of the officer's way, so you show them respect, they'll show you respect back. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know what led up to this, what happened here, but it's been going on for a couple hours. Got an individual on the overpass of the 405 at Edinger and Beach, in between Beach and Newland. He's on the other side of the black fencing. Don't know what led up to it. I don't know if he was chased there or if he just climbed over. But fire department appeared to put a hole in the fence, and he's been at least the last hour hanging out by where they put a hole in the fence. I'm gonna turn my back for a minute, see what these sirens are about. It looks like almost like a battalion chief fire truck, maybe like a battalion chief or something. I don't know if it's a battalion chief. Don't they I don't think not a battalion chief, but it's part of the fire department, I believe. He's coming up the hill here. Yeah, I believe he's part of the fire department. I may be wrong. Sorry, I don't want to lose this picture. Yeah, he's part of the fire department. Yeah, he's part of, it says class 1, I believe, on the side of his truck. And I was around when it's called. I was around Beach and Ellis when I heard police vehicles coming down Main and Ellis. And then they turned on Beach, but I lost sight of them. So then I went through a couple parking lots, thinking, oh, maybe they went to the hospital or they went to Walmart. Then I saw 2 more police vehicles, but I didn't see where they were going. And eventually, someone posted on Citizen app being stuck in traffic. And I went into the apartments over here because they had the address of the apartments over here. And I drove through there, didn't see nothing. I go, I'll check out Edinger. That's when I saw police had it blocked off down here. I don't know if that guy picked up a fireman. I'm not sure. A fireman walked down to him. I don't know if he picked him up. Maybe they're going to hop on the freeway and go below. I'll try to see if they're making a U-turn. I didn't see where they went. Yeah, and then I was able, officer let me up the hill, but then got a 1 second, maybe with more than a second video of the guy on the other side of the bridge, or the overpass bridge. The officer asked me to go back downhill, so we walked a little bit downhill. And I don't see no cars with the guy when I got here. Yeah, you already had the white vehicle here, and then you had appeared the officer was in his own car, but he had sirens on the inside. Sirens, he didn't have sirens on. He had lights on, I'm sorry, I always call sirens lights sirens. But he had his lights on the inside of his car. Oh, they came back, the fire department. I don't know if we missed anything here. I apologize. My apologies if we missed anything. I'm trying to look. He had ripped the tape. That officer had ripped, or not, fireman ripped the tape, so can't see if the guy's still there or if he came out.
there walk?
Yes, I'm not sure. I'm not getting a good view at the moment.
Go over there and he's standing with us.
Well, I don't want anybody to see us. Go, just go through there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the situation ended here already. I'm not getting a good view at the moment. Sorry if I missed if it ended or not. I can't tell. I got distracted by the truck next to me, the that red truck. They end up ripping the tape down. They had equipment with them. They walked with their equipment all the way up to where the guy was. Oh, dude, you're awesome. Thank you so much, and that makes up for I'm missing out on my full-time DoorDash, Walmart, Sparks, Uber, Grubhub driver. I enjoy coming out doing this. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I'm more about showing the vehicles. Like this, obviously, this ain't a traffic collision, but I really appreciate that. I can't catch your name at the moment. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I can't tell if the scene ended here. Hopefully we have it on tape. I don't know how good you guys can see. I can't see the individual on my screen, but when I'm looking at the fence, but I'm not seeing him at the moment. So if they brought him out, they might have brought him out. That's why we wanted a safe ending. Get the help he needs. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I see the individual sitting on the ground or not. My apologies. Hopefully you guys were able to see. If those that can zoom in. Yeah, like I said, the red truck distracted me. And I don't know if there's an ambulance on the other side of the hill here. That's why I didn't want to show the freeway traffic moving slow in case the situation ended. It kind of looks like fire department is tending to the person, and he might be sitting down. Again, I don't know why I can't zoom in anymore. Usually I can zoom in more when I'm on the prison app. You're awesome, Sherry. Appreciate that. Thank you for that dono. I appreciate it. So I owe you another video since you donated. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sherry. Is that the Sherry I know I haven't talked to forever, or? I do hear sirens, so we'll see if there's if the ambulance is going to come up this hill. You kind of think they would have had an ambulance up here, but maybe we'll see. Hey man, the yellow tape's technically not up anymore. There is someone walking right here. Hopefully the individual is okay. They just need to get some help. Again, I didn't see what happened, if he just came out or if they grabbed him. Yeah, I am hearing possibly an ambulance. We'll see if there's an ambulance coming here. Fortunately, I can't rewind those I wanted to watch at the beginning. I have to wait till the video is over, and then you can watch it the beginning when I got here, and it'll show the individual. Yeah, a police car just is pulling over with, or no, he's making a U-turn. Trying to see if we got an ambulance coming up the hill or not. Appreciate y'all spending the afternoon with me here in Huntington Beach. We're on the overpass of the 405 freeway on Edinger, in between Beach and Newland. It appears this individual who is on the other side of the fencing here on the bridge is now on the safe side. I believe an ambulance is going to be pulling up the hill. We'll try to get a picture of it. Sorry, I'm not good at that. My eyes are burning so bad. Hey, thank you for that $5 dono. I really appreciate it. As I said, I'm a full-time DoorDash driver, so kind of missing out on income, but my choice to come out here and film and keep the city informed, or whatever city I'm in, keeping them informed. I didn't really know what was going on here other than an individual being on the other side of the bridge here, but appeared to come to a safe ending. But thank you for that $5 dono. I really appreciate it. We'll try to get a call this evening. But I really appreciate those that donated. They tore down the tape, but that was just for the truck to get. I don't really want to walk forward because I just don't want to disrespect officers here. We'll move up a little bit closer. That's kind of weird. They didn't have a. You think they would have had a paramedic or ambulance up here the whole time? I believe they had one on the bottom of the freeway, but just not one on top of the bridge. Yeah, hopefully he just gave up. They didn't have to pull him through or anything. Unfortunately, as I said, I was lost focus. I was looking at that red truck right there when we do got one helicopter over above. I don't know if they got no tape on the other side. They're just letting people through. There appears to be yellow tape over there. I can see the yellow tape on the other side. Yeah, that car right there was turned when I got here. He was facing the opposite direction, and he has lights on in his car. So it looks like they're going to put the individual in the back of the ambulance. I thought I heard a helicopter above me. I hear things. Yeah, they'll probably get this freeway opened up pretty quick. They already got their tent down, putting it away. Looks like they opened more lanes on the northbound side. They opened more lanes. Looks like Highway Patrol on the southbound lane they're going to open up the freeway. Looks like it. He's backing up. It looks like he's going to pick his cones up, and they're going to get the whole freeway open. Looks like it. He's backing up, and it looks like he's going to grab his cones. All right, here comes the ambulance. Let's see if I can keep up with it. We'll see if they're going to Huntington Beach Hospital, maybe. All right, thanks for watching OC Street Live. Looks like a good conclusion. Hopefully there was no injuries. As I said, when that red truck pulled up, I lost focus, and hopefully it's on camera. And hopefully he just came through the fence and gave up. Hopefully they didn't pull him through or anything. And all right, I appreciate you guys watching OC Street Live. I'm an amateur YouTube streamer who films first responder calls throughout Huntington Beach and surrounding cities. I haven't been going live lately, but we'll try to get out there, especially with the donations. That gets me motivated. We'll try to see if we can catch something tonight. I like to catch people who breaking into cars. Someone broke in my brother's truck. We had 2 cars stolen in our apartment complex recently, but someone broke my brother's truck. Lucky they didn't get much. I like to catch one of those guys. Someone needs to beat their ass. Anyways, off subject. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get back to my car. Thank you to Huntington Beach Police Department for letting me come up the hill here. Yeah, the fire engine's going to be leaving right now, so they're going to get this. They're going to get this opened up real quick. Yeah, the whole freeway's open on both sides now. I believe it's going to be engine 42. Yeah, but yeah, it looks like they'll have this road open up any minute. I don't know if anybody's going to grab the tape or not. Yep. Truck 42. All right, guys, thanks for watching OC Street Live. You guys have a great afternoon. If I come across anything this evening, I'll go out there. I go live basically 100% of the time, 99% of the time. All right, you guys have a good one. Thank you for the donos. Mad respect. I appreciate that.